Yeah.
Here's Algebra 2, homework 6.2, day 2. We're dividing radicals. Number 8. Since both of these are square root, you can simplify. You can turn this all into 18x to the 5th over 2x cubed. So 2 goes into 18, and x cubed, you can cancel 3 x's here. So what do you have when you simplify it? What do you have when you go 2 goes into 18 how many times? 9. You have 3 x's here, cancel with 3 here, so you end up with x squared. And now the square root of 9, everything in the denominator canceled, so there's just a 1 there. And now what's the square root of 9? And what's the square root of x squared? Only 3x. Number 9. Number 9. I'm going to break 96 up. And I'm going to break up it so it's in its prime factors. So if you think about 96, 96 is an even number. So if I took 96 and I broke it, it ends in a 6. So 2 goes into it how many times? 48. 48's even. 2 goes into this 24 times. This is even again. 2 goes into this 12 times. 2 goes into 6 12 times, and then 2 times 3. So the number 96 is a combination of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2's and a 3. And then you have 5 y's. This is the thought process of doing this. Now the denominator, you have the cube root of 4y, so that's 2 times 2 times y. So when we simplify, these 2's cancel and these 2's cancel. So instead of canceling them, I'm going to erase them. It's almost like they don't exist. They're not there. It's really a 1. And now see this y? You can reduce that with 1y here. So what do you have left? We canceled these out, so you have 1, 2, 3 2's, a 3, and 4 y's. We're looking for what's in the bottom? A 1. So what you have here is nothing in the denominator except a 1. Now you're going to look for 3 of a kind. So we have 3 2's and 3 y's. So the 2 and the y come out, and what stays would be the cube root of 3y. Do you get this? So the answer would be 2y, and then the cube root of 3y. Next one. So we have 54. 54 breaks up into 2 times 3 times 3 times 3. And then you have 4 y's on top, 4 x's on top, and 1 y. So I'm just going to put this all like this. That's all in the numerator. And then in the denominator, we have the cube root of a 2. We have 6 x's. Now this, you don't have to do this for all these problems, but I'm just showing you what you could do. So you have 6 x's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 2 y's. So now we have a fraction, so we can cancel. This 2 cancels with this 2. These 4 x's are gone with these 4 x's. Anything else? A 1y and a y here. Now we're looking for 3 of a kind. Actually, we have 4 of the, so we have 2 x's on the bottom left. On the top, we have 3 3's. And on the bottom, we have 2 x's and a y. Is everyone okay with that? All I did was simplify. Now we're looking for 3 of a kind. Do you have 3 of anything that can come out? We have 3 3's. So the 3 comes out on top. And now we need to rationalize the denominator. So what do I need? I need 3 of a kind to get that out. So I'm missing an x and 2 y's. So whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So my final answer is going to be 3 times the cube root of xy squared all over. Now we have three x's and 3 y's, so just xy. That's your answer. Number 11. There's nothing that can cancel, so we just need to rationalize this denominator. We need a 5 and an x. So on the top, we have 15 times root 15x. And the bottom, we have 2 times 5 times x, which is 10x. Now we can cancel a 5 out of here. 5 goes into 15 and 5 goes into 10. 3 and 2 times. So your best answer is 3 root 15x over 2x. 3 root 15x over 2x. And the last one, number 12. Okay. Number 12. So what cancels? What can we cancel right away? I know 3 goes into 12 4 times. I can cancel this 5 and 15. 5 goes into 15 3 times. I can cancel 2 x's here with 2 here, so this is going to be x to the 4. And I can cancel this y with 1 y here, make this y to the 4. So what do I really have? On top I have the cube root, the 5 canceled. We had, and I crossed it out, how many x's were there? 6, so there's 4 left. And then there's no more y's. On the bottom, we have a 4 sitting outside. And then we have the cube root of 3. There's no more x's, but there's 4 y's. So now, before I start rationalizing, is there anything that, do we have an excess of x's on top or an excess of y's on the bottom? Yes, we do. We can take 3 of the x's here, so you have an x outside, and then the cube root of x. And then for this one, you're going to take out a y, or y, but we still have the cube root of 3y. So I'm going to rewrite. Now at this point, we need to rationalize the denominator. So it's the bottom that matters. We need to get rid of this radical here. So we need another couple of 3's, because we have 1, we need 2 more, and we need 2 y's to make 3 of a kind. So we do the same thing to the top. So on top, we have an x. Outside, we have a 9xy squared. This is a more difficult problem. So we're putting it all together. And here we're going to take this 3, these 3's come out and join with that 4, you get 12. And now we have 3 y's here, but there's already a y here, so it's y squared. That's your final answer for that one. That is one of the more difficult ones. Definitely. Okay, back side. Now they're going to get a little easier. Does 5 go into 500? Yep, how many times? 100 times. 100. And now what's the square root of 100? Is 10. Number 38, what can you simplify? Well, first of all, 48, let's break 48 up. Here's 48. What times what is 48? It's even. 2 times 24, and this is 3 times 8, and 2, 2, 2. So what we have here is 8 is 2, 2, 2. And now if you want to keep doing 2's, a lot of people will do that. 2 times what is 24? 12, and then 2 times 6, and then 2 times 3. That way it's in order. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 2's, a 3, and 3 x's. That's the top. The bottom is a 3, an x, and 2 y's. So what cancels? Let's reduce before we do anything. The 3 is gone. How about the x? How about the y's? Nope. Now, what's the index here? 2. So look for 2 of a kind. Do you have any two of a kinders? There's 1, there's 1, there's 1. Oh, and look at that. There's 1 right there. So what's your final answer? The 2's come out, which gives us 4 on top, an x, and then a y on the bottom. We don't even have to rationalize this one. Let's see if we can do it quicker. Does 7 go into 56? 7 times what is 56? 8. 7 goes into 56 8 times. What about the x's here? Can we cancel any of the x's? How many? One of them, so we have x to the 4th, and we have y to the 4th. So now what are we looking, we have a 1 in the denominator, which is not necessary, we don't have to write it out. But 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. What are we looking for? 2 of a kind. So we're going to take a 2 out. How many x's are we going to take out? 2, y's 2, and what's left is this little 2 here that didn't have anything to pair up with. So your answer is 2x squared, y squared, to the square root of 2. Number 40. Let's simplify this. How can we simplify? 2 goes, they're both cube root. So all under 1 radical. How many times does 2 go into 250? 125 times, right? How many x's are left? We have 7 on top, 2 on the bottom. 5 on top, and we have 3 y's on the top and 1 on the bottom, so that would give us 2 y's. Now there's a 1 at the bottom, so we don't need it. So all the actions in the numerator. Can you break this up? Sure. Oh, by the way, it's cube root. So cube root of 125 is 555. And we have how many x's? 5 of them. And 2 y's. So what comes out? We're looking for 3 of a kind. That's coming out, and that's coming out.
So it's 5x cube root x.
5x cube root x squared y squared. We don't have to rationalize the denominator because it's a 1 underneath. 41. Let's simplify this. 6, how many times does 6 go into 48? 6 times what is 48? 8. How about the x's? How many x's? We have 3 on top and 4 on the bottom. What's left? 1 x on the bottom and 1 y on top. So what you have is the cube root of 8y over the cube root of simple x. Now, we could take the cube root of 8. We have 8 consists of 3 2's. So you could take a 2 out. What's left is a 2y. And now we need, this is the part where we're going to rationalize. We don't want a radical in the bottom. So I have 1x, I need how many more? I need 3 of a kind. So I need 2 more x's here, and so whatever I do at the bottom, I have to do the top. So my final answer would be a 2 outside on top times the cube root of 2x squared y. So 2 times the cube root of 2x squared y, because you have to put these back together. All over, how many x's? 1. Last one in this group, 42. You're going to want to simplify. Now, can you tell me what number goes into 20 and what's the biggest number that goes into 20 and 45? I know 5 goes into both of them. So 5, let's start with that. 5 goes into 20 4 times, and 5 goes into 45 9 times. Now how about the AB? We have an AB on top and an AB, we have AA, BBB. So what cancels? We have the A's cancel with 1 here, so you have 1 A left, and then 2 B's on the bottom. Now, since the index is 2, is there 2 of a kind within this problem where something can come out? Is there 2 of a kind? Do you see 2 numbers? Do you see 2 factors of something, or 2 letters that can come out? Anyone? B, I see 2 B's. How about, you know 4 is 2 times 2, and 9 is 3 times 3. So this is 2 times 2, you're going to take a 2 out. And this, you could take a 3 and a B out, like you said. So what's left? Square root of A. It's a good problem. Now, do we want that root A in the bottom? Nope, so we're going to multiply by root A, bottom and top. So the top is 2 times the square root of A, and then 3, we have 2 A's here, that's going to come out, 3A, B. And do not cancel these out because they're not like terms. One's under a radical, one's not. Okay, next, go to 43. We want to rationalize the denominator. So what do we want to multiply the bottom and the top by? Square root of 2. So this would be 2 square root of 2x over a plain old 2. 44. Before we rationalize, do you see anything that can come out? What is 8? 8 consists of 3 2's and an x. That 8x. So this 2 comes out. So you have root 5 over 2 root 2x. Now we want to rationalize the denominator. So what am I going to multiply the bottom and the top by? Root 2x. So you get root 10x over, what's in the bottom? A 2
So it's
and
2
another
root
2.
of 4x squared,
Not 4x squared, just 4x,
x.
because you have 2 of these, only 1 comes out. 45. What are we looking for? How many of a kind? 3. There's nothing to cancel. So what do I need? This is what you have. I'm going to write it a little bit bigger. What do I need here so I can get 3 of the same number? This is what I need. To get 3 2's, I need 2 more of them. I have 1, I need 2 more. So what, we're going to put this all together. This is going to be 2 times 2 times x. So in the numerator, you're going to have what? What's 2 times 2 times x? 4x. And in the bottom, what are you going to have? A plain old 2. You have 3 2's here. 1, 2, 3 2's. 49. Can anything cancel? An x can cancel, that's good. How about the y's? These 2 y's with 1 y here. So what we have here is in the numerator we have a 3. In the bottom we have a 5 and a y. So now we want to rationalize the denominator. What do I need to multiply the top and the bottom by? I need a 5 and a y. So my final answer would be root 15y over 5y. Two more. cancels on this problem?
2 X's.
2 of the x's. So what about the 5 and the 2?
No.
No, leave them. Where are there 2, you said 2 x's, so these 2 x's with 2 x's on top? And how about the y's?
Go on the bottom with the 2.
So there's 2 y's on the bottom. Now, before I rationalize, can I simplify?
X, Y, Y.
Right here, you are absolutely right. These come out. So you have on top, you have an x, on the bottom you have a y outside, but underneath you still have this going on. There are still these 2 that stay.
When?
So now to rationalize, I want to get rid of this radical right here. So what do I need to multiply the top and the bottom by?
2.
Root 2. Good. So what's my final answer?
X root 10
X root 10
over 2y.
Very good. Questions, anyone? And 51. Okay, it's cube root. Let's put it all cube root. Tell me what you can, how can you reduce 10 and 12? What's the biggest number that goes into 10 and 12?
2.
2. Good job. 2. 2 goes into 12 how many times?
6.
And how many times does 2 go into 10?
5.
5. It's simple 12 tenths. Okay, now let's look at the A's.
There's
I've got an A on top and 3 on the bottom,
4A.
so what's left?
4. A to the 4th.
4. I have 1 A on top. This is what I have. I have A and A cubed. That's what I have. So this is really A. What cancels?
Oh, so A squared.
A squared, yep, A squared on the bottom. How about the B's? I've got 3 B's on top and 1 B on the bottom.
B squared on top.
And C's, I have 2 C's on top and 1 C on the bottom.
C on the bottom.
C on-
Oh, I mean top.
C on top.
C on the top. Okay, now, I am looking for how many of a kind? I'm gonna split these up.
3 of a kind.
Do I have 3 of anything right now?
No.
Mm-mm. I don't have 3 of anything, so I can't simplify this. So now I'm going to that rationalizing part. I need to rationalize the denominator. So what do I need in order to get 3 of all of this? I want this bottom to,
You need 1A for the bottom.
I need an A,
Then you need 1B and.
I need a B
Oh, I'm thinking.
on the bottom. What am I missing? If I had an A, I could get rid of these A's. I've got 1 5, how many more 5s do I need?
2.
2 more. So whatever you do to the bottom, you do to the top. Just like that. So now, grand finale, can you give me the answer?
Yeah.
This is where you're gonna put it all together. So, what's the index in the numerator? Cube root. What is my coefficient? What's 5 times 5? 25, or you could do 6 times 5 is 30. 30 times 5 is 150. Now alphabetize these letters. A, B squared, C. What do you have in the bottom? What's in the bottom? A 5 and an A. So that's your final answer. It's the cube root of 150, AB squared C all over 5A. There's nothing you can cancel. And that's the homework.